welcome back to the world of Cairne, everybody.
Good evening.
And yes, Ginkgo, the closed captioning is a little haunted. It's actually turned off. That's the weird thing. I turned it off till I could figure out how to get everybody in there, and for some reason my voice keeps going. That's okay, though. This is the right campaign for a little haunting. I think, anyway. It might just be my opinion. Prem, I have a feeling you have a synopsis ready. Would that be accurate?
I don't usually do the synopsis for this game, so I actually don't have anything.
Okay. You just seemed so excited. I thought maybe you had one. It's all good. I do know when we left off, it was a little hairy. You guys made it to the dome, the Ivory Dome, on your way there. You kind of knew what you were getting into. Trouble, yeah. This was the ruin of Gullinach, the furthest north, where the prize supposedly lays. Thank you, Mr. Midnight. Always a pleasure. The prize lays within the dome. You haven't quite figured out how to get into it. You were almost ambushed by a roving band of Golduina raiders and their infected carrier ants, but the place and the Wraith seem to have chased them off mostly.
Well, I should point out, it did look like the Galduina Raiders had Kaz and Van Warren with them, and it looked like the head of Jeff was dangling at their side.
This is true. This is very
Listener
true.
kind of sicked the Void Wraith on them with a little bit of mental trickery, and after one was literally just exploded, they ran off.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard.
No.
Uh-oh. Thanks for the sub there, Debbie. 13 months. But yeah, they did take off with 2 humanoid-shaped bundles in tow on their ants, back in the direction of the volcano, leaving you to deal with tall, dark, and terrifying. Wilhelm, being the hero that he is, had done his best to put himself in the line of danger. Always. To give everyone a chance to get into the dome. And we were actually in initiative when we left off, so we can jump right back in. We were at the top of the round. Unless anyone has anything they'd like to add or questions before we begin?
I would say this is a very, very difficult moment for Uki because while, she's not born of vengeance, she is fiercely, fiercely loyal.
Mm-hmm.
So this is she's having a really, this is not she's lacking the ability to be like, well, that's warfare, that's how it goes, and walking away. Her connection with that, her connection was such that, with the dwarf, that this is very difficult. So, man, you guys better rest the party.
This is understandable. Yeah, no, this is understandable. And this would be a lot more personal than a warfare situation because of what you shared with these people so far.
Yeah. It's the greatest test of and her recognizing this loyalty, this fierce loyalty she has to this party that she's traveled with for this time. And see the loss of a companion that she probably most related to.
Yeah,
so.
An understudy even.
Yeah.
So, it did seem. Did you guys do any checks to see if they were alive or not, or was that just a visual recognition?
just a visual recognition from some of the party.
Okay.
We tried to roll on them being alive or not, and we didn't get anything. It was
Okay.
too far away.
Okay.
And really, like, they were wrapped from head to toe, so it's like, it might not even be Kaz and Van Warren, but it sure as hell seemed like that, considering the shapes were right. They just left, and why else would the head of a creature that looked like Jeff be, like, dangling at their side, so...
Timing is a rough one.
Yep.
So, well, in that case, all the more reason to press on. So
Yep.
we'll dive right in. Back to the top of the round, beginning with Saoirse.
Yeah, so Saoirse, little bit panicked, doesn't really know what to do, so she kind of just, like, started up Built Upon Rubble for the sake of, like, well, maybe we can, like, finish this thing off quickly and get everyone out of danger. But now that she sees this thing attacking Wilhelm, she's freaking out a bit and wants to get it away from him. So she is going to try... making note that she is on the other side of the barrier so that, she's out of reach of the Void Wraith's touch. She is going to try and coax it over there with one of these.
Oh, my heart filled to bursting. Wow. So this will be interesting. You're going to try and make it fall in love with you. More or less.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an interesting tactic, I'm not going to lie. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. So this one actually has an earworm attached, I believe. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
All right. And that was... What did we agree for the earworm save?
Wisdom, I believe.
Wisdom. All right. So... let's see here. Based on what he is, I'm gonna bare bones D&D by the book. This shouldn't work because he's undead, and it's technically kind of a charm. But this is Cairne, and this is not a standard undead. This is a void wraith, and he is very intelligent. So I'm gonna give him a save at advantage.
Okay.
So you have a shot at this.
Makes sense to me.
All right, here we go. Advantage. Here we go. What's your DC? Is it 16?
16, yeah.
Oof, 24.
Yeah, he made it. He
And-
would have made it both ways, but...
No, that was a good shot, though. That was actually a really good shot. And an interesting tactic, too. So,
yeah.
well, we're going to make a note of that this works this way for us, okay?
Okay.
But no, it was a good shot. Good shot. And
Yeah, because a lot of the void-born creatures are sort of born of, like, the substance of negative energy. In my mind, like, I see the, not specifically undead, like the Voidwalkers, but, so not the Voidwalkers, but creatures like the Void Wraiths as, like, almost elementals in a sense.
yeah, almost a negative energy elemental. You're right. There was at one time a living creature inside there, which is the only
Okay.
thing that makes it undead. But
Gotcha.
it's an amalgam, I think, between the two, somewhere in between. Maybe something completely unique for our world.
Yeah, so the advantage on charms kind of makes sense.
But yeah, no, that's a good shot. Anything else for you this round?
No, that was my action.
All right. There's nothing saying you can't try again.
Oh, yeah.
All right, listener, you are up.
Yes. So, the Void Wraith. I'm in visual distance of it. I should be at least.
Oh yeah.
Does it have eyes?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Or
So,
what passes for eyes, anyway.
seems like eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
You sound like
So
you
what-
got something crafty up your sleeve.
I will try something. So my spore cloud.
Mm-hmm.
If I deploy that, does that function by getting in people's eyes, or does it have a toxin on it that simply causes blindness? I'm wondering if I can just, like, protect Wilhelm from it while trying to hit the Void Wraith.
To try and blind it with your spores?
Mhm.
This is a good question. We're discovering all kinds of new and interesting things tonight.
If not, I have a backup strategy. It's fine.
So the way they're listed is noxious spores.
Yes, this is true.
I'm going to say they are a poison that does need to be inhaled,
Okay.
just because of that description.
All right. Well, in that case, it may have eyes. I have no reason to believe this thing breathes.
True.
So I'm going to go with the backup strat. This is another thing we get to clarify. We're really poking around here.
I love it.
So, it says touch, but it doesn't say touch attack. Can I just reach out and touch the thing?
Let's see. So, allow or force the recipient to perceive the world through your eyes.
Yes. In combat, forces disadvantage.
So,
It is also touch or telepathic connection.
Yeah. It does say that specifically.
That's true, and I did force a telepathic connection on it earlier.
Did it resist it? I can't remember.
It did not. I actually managed to get past it on the wisdom save.
All right. Well, this is one of your spiritualist abilities, so
Alright, so that will be what I do. Again, since we have it listed as a feature, we have not quite fleshed it out. I'll assume it's something like concentration.
yeah, because you're forcing it to see through your eyes, which is disorienting it.
Alright, so in that case... so this is fun. So I can make it look through my eyes, but that means my eyes are pretty much useless to me.
It does kind of plant you. And
Yeah.
say in a normal situation, say with living, a living target, they would suddenly be aware of specters just around them, like everywhere, which is the main disorientation and kind of a fearful quality. We're not sure how that's going to react with the Void Wraith. Is he already aware? Would it care? You know what I mean?
Yes. The best I can hope is that it's not used to having to move its body without the center of its senses being in its body. I can imagine most creatures would not be used to that. Probably an Ogham would be the closest to handling that well. So I am going to force the sight on it, and then take several steps out here into the middle of nowhere and look at the ground.
And since you've already got the connection, there is no save.
There is no save. It's beautiful.
So, okay.
So, I cannot see Wilhelm. I cannot see it. If it manages to sneak up behind me, well, too bad. But it should not be able to see around it.
You could, well, you don't have eyes to close, so it's actually sensing your awareness.
Yes. And we never set a range on my awareness.
We'll use a standard sight awareness for now, just to save time. But we can manipulate that later too.
Yes. All right. So that should be my turn.
Okay.
I ain't got much else that's fancy.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. I'm gonna try and turn it around on you if I can, but
Of course, I am locked in psychic battle with a creature of pure hate. This can only end well.
this is great though. This is great. I'm loving this so far. All right. That'll bring us to Evelyn. Let me pull her up. I'm going to try and, since Teacup's not with us, I'm going to try and use her a little more effectively.
She is currently invisible and has both keys.
This is true. So my goal with her was to try and actually find the entrance.
Yeah, that's what I
which would be
figured.
nice.
So I'm going to keep going that route for now. If things start getting hairy, she's going to turn around and unleash the biggest stuff she's got. But I think she's thinking, let's get everyone out of here as quickly as we can. So we're going to do... Oof, that's a high stat for her.
Oh, fancy. Oh yeah, for anybody who's like mentally speaking with listener in the next little while, you're getting a tremendous amount of like television static on the line.
Yeah.
He is working overtime right now.
All right. So that'll do her. She's searching. Okay. Genesis, you're up. What you got? Oh,
She is not in chat yet.
she's not in chat. Oh.
I can't resist that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Senses working overtime.
Nice. Oh yeah, I used to cover a Cheap Trick song years ago.
Well, that was XTC, but yeah, earlier I wanted to do Cheap Trick Reach Out, which is a very obscure song, but it's from heavy metal. So.
Oh no, I know that one real well. I love heavy metal.
Oh, that's excellent. Excellent movie.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there's Genesis.
Yep, she be typing.
Army Sweet Pea, thank you for joining us. It's been way too long, my dear. I'm kind of curious what Master Miss is going to do.
It's a tricky situation.
Very much. See, listener got into the psychic battle with the Void Wraith, and all I could think of was Psychic Wars from heavy metal.
That is one of the most excellent songs from that. You're actually, yeah. Dude, Blue Oyster Cult, The Mob Rules.
Oh, that was a perfect movie.
The psychic role. Yeah. Excellent soundtrack, excellent artwork.
Genesis looks around and then looks at the Void Wraith. Okay. And moves away from the Wraith. All right. She's going on the defensive. Okay.
So she noped out.
Playing it safe. All right, Uki, you are up. And then it's my turn.
And then it's my turn.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
this is true.
So we
Well,
have
the thing is that you have one more turn of not moving, Wilhelm.
I know. I remember.
So let's do a quick recap here, because I do know that my understanding is the Void Wraith towers quite above everyone else. But at this particular moment, would you say that Wilhelm is in a defensive, offensive? I mean, he's right. The Void Wraith is right there.
He's actually still frozen.
Screw it. We've already lost enough of our party.
It's in a neutral pose.
You know,
Wilhelm close, but the Void Wraith is right on him.
oh, Oh yeah, looming over him.
looming over him. YOLO. We're freaking Yuki is going to town.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and then we're gonna start out with it. And are we still playing? Is Built Upon Rebel done now? Can I roll at advantage?
She Built Upon Rubble is not going right now, so it's just normal.
Just normal. Okay.
Yeah, when Saoirse tried that sort of enchantment sort of move, yeah.
Yeah, I Yuki cannot. This is not a moment where she's going to be restrained. So it is time to off with that scope musket.
All right. Go for it.
28.
That is
5.
definitely a hit.
That's a lot.
And we're going with second wind. I mean, we're going to go ahead and pull off both pistols as well. Correct?
All right. So yeah, well, yeah, no, you can.
Mm-hmm.
So you've already got 1 second attack already. So that's a freebie.
So I can do that with my scope musket again.
If you use your bonus action, you can do the scope musket twice, or you could just fire both pistols.
Let's go ahead and hit both pistols.
Okay. What's the range we got here?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Or do we need to scope musket?
it's only 50 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Keep in mind again that we look it through what she's got: sharpshooter, careful eyes, gunner. Yeah, steady aim.
Oh yeah,
She's
no,
pulling
you're not gonna have any problems with that.
off pistols. 16 to hit, 12 piercing.
That one just barely missed. Still got one more shot though, if you use your second win. That one
12 piercing.
That one hits. So yeah, just you guys hear the rapid reports of 3 of her weapons as she whips around the tree. Ka-tow, ka-tow, ka-tow. Big puffs of gunpowder smoke. Uki looks stern and focused. Maybe even a little bit angry. Anything else, Uki?
No. At this point, she's looking over, my weapons to make sure that everything looks copacetic for the next round. Nothing's going to jam, and be ready for that next attempt.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. In that case, that brings us to Monsieur Void Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. First off, Wilhelm.
Yes.
9 damage from the aura. It's just pulsing you. You guys can see this energy just kind of coming off this thing and reacting, like the negative energy reacting with his physical existence.
A thing that has a D10 aura damage in Cairne is just such bad news.
Oh yeah. He's nasty. He is very nasty. And of course, he's going to strike at you, Wilhelm. What's your AC?
13.
13. We've...
That's
Fingers...
missing it so far.
Fingers... How many hit points do you have? Just curious.
41.
41. Okay.
Yes. He could drop me with 1 hit.
Potentially.
Yes.
Let's see.
But he has to hit. If he keeps missing.
Look at that.
And he does not get a second one because his advantage from paralysis is cancelled by disadvantage from me.
This is true. Actually, I should have rolled at disadvantage, but you can't get worse.
Yeah, that's a nat one.
That's a nat
Yes.
one.
Also, it would have dropped you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has missed every attack so far.
This is true. Let's see. Is 72 on the crit fumble? Okay. So he swipes at you hard, Wilhelm. Like he's just pissed because of Uki's bullets hitting him. And he just rears back and takes a mean swipe. And actually lodges his claws into the wood of the tree, missing you. So he hits it that hard that his fingers actually go into this old dead tree and is lodged there. He's going to have to dislodge them next round.
Beautiful.
As an action, so we're clear. So, yeah, good roll, DM.
Love that one.
I feel like I'm on the party's turn side here somehow. Okay.
I think that's like the 4th or 5th natural one you've read. You've actually rolled with him too.
And I can't fudge rolls in Roll20 either, so this is actually happening. I need to write a nasty letter. Alright, so, Wilhelm, this is your final round of being paralyzed.
Yes, I feel like there is some glitter coming off him for no reason.
Just mysterious.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to try and turn that on you, by the way, listener, so...
Nope,
because
could have happened.
Because of the crit fumble, I have something in mind.
Oh, yeah. My comeuppance. It's in the pipe.
So, Wilhelm, you begin to kind of shake out of it and realize this thing is, like, still looming over you, like, angry as hell. You can feel it, and you feel the aura actually pulsing you, the pain that it's causing you. So, yeah, you'll be able to finally hop in after this. So, Saoirse.
Alright, well, she saw that crit fumble happen. She sees the Void Ray stuck, and she sees Wilhelm starting to snap out of it, so she's going to start a Built Upon Rebel again.
Alright, advantage is returned. Very good.
That's her turn.
Listener, you gonna maintain?
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to focus on maintaining this.
Alright, you can still move.
Yes, and I will. I'll get a little bit further from Wilhelm, just so that if it does manage to come unstuck, he's just a little less distinct. And maybe I can even break, like, line of sight with Wilhelm and make it impossible for him to see him.
That works. Alright. That brings us back to Evelette, who will continue her search. Let's see here.
Oh, I think that's a found entrance.
That's pretty good.
That is a 31, ladies and gentlemen. 31.
Nat
We don't see those in
20.
Cairne much.
Yes, 31. Evelette and Root, granted they're still invisible, but have found a keyhole. And of course, Evelette has 2 keys. So
I'm sure one of them will work.
we have Saoirse's key. Where did you get the key for the viewers at home?
She got the key from the avatar of... Well, no. We actually got the key from Down Under. In that one sunken village that I forget the name of, but it was an Arc one.
That's right. Way back when.
Yeah, listener actually got it off of a spirit.
That's right. Okay. And she has her key. So, which one should she try first, and we'll let you guys decide.
Well, she explicitly told us that she had the key, or that she did not have the key to open up this dome, and Saoirse had that key, so let's try Saoirse's first.
Alright. She slides the key into the latch. Of course, you guys can't really see this, but she slides the key into the latch, turns it, clicks. The key latches into the lock. A panel pushes in and slides down in a smooth, rapid gesture. silently. And the way is open. You guys will have to make perception rolls to see it until she
to even know.
Till she says something.
Yeah.
Knowing Evelyn, she's gonna peer inside first before she says anything to make sure it's not a trap. Because it could be.
I mean, does she still have movement left on her turn?
Well, she spent most of the turn searching, so
Okay.
the search was the search. The search was the turn. But yeah, she'll be
It's
peering in.
pre-firing perception.
She is. It is her turn next, though. So, is there any reason? Is Genesis in here?
No.
No.
No, still no Genesis on.
Okay. Any reason it is advantaged? Or is it just the setting still there?
Ah, that was the oops.
Okay. Alright, so you're up. So, I'm a little disappointed I haven't, like, full on hit anyone yet. Just, like, once.
You did. You melted Galduina.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, it's just not the same.
No.
Though I'm sure that probably did send a little bit of apprehension through the group. That could have been me.
And then Wilhelm just jumps in front of it anyway.
Yeah. Classic Wilhelm. Classic.
The normal.
Yeah, classic Wilhelm. It is pretty classic.
Yeah, this is who he is.
We're just waiting to see what Genesis has to say here. Genesis looks over to Listener, then to the Wraith. She's far too afraid to attack from her current position, so she moves over, performs her basic psychic attack. Okay. Go for it. I believe that was what, a intelligence save, if I remember correctly, for psychic attacks. I have so many sheets here.
They grow complicated.
Looks like she got through. My rolls are terrible. I did change my dice color or something.
Yeah. This thing's just got no luck.
Alright. So it actually has no resistance to that.
Nope.
Very good. All right.
Wait, does she add any modifiers to that damage?
Good question. I'm not sure.
I know we've done this multiple times before, and I think it was
It does seem a little low.
60-foot range, int save, proficient attack.
So add proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
What is you guys' proficiency bonus at your level right now?
I think we got like 3.
Is it 3?
Did we make it to 3?
Should
Yeah, we
be.
made it to 3.
Okay. So yeah, so 7 damage altogether. Groovy.
I guess so.
That works. 7 total.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. 7 total. All right. So let's see here. All right. Anything else? I gotta ask her.
All right, Uki's turn.
Uki is going to use steady aim.
Okay.
Rubble's back up, by the way.
Oh, Rubble's back up, which means advantage, right?
Correct.
Okay. And so she's going to fire the scope musket.
All right.
Steady aim. Which does mean that I can take careful aim, and on each hit, my weapon will deal additional damage to the target equal to 2 plus half my fighter level. So I can use this feature 3 times and regain all expended uses of it when I finish a short or long rest. So I'm going to go ahead and cross my fingers and go steady aim. Advantage. Fire it off. So advantage means I can roll again, right?
That is rolled with advantage. Those are your...
That is rolled with advantage.
Yeah.
Gee. That's a little short, isn't it?
Did any of those already give you advantage?
Did what?
Did any of those features already give you an advantage? To hit?
Do you have multiple sources of advantage, he's asking.
Yeah. So steady aim, my attacks ignore 1/2 and 3/4 cover. Extra attack, I have my attack twice. Gunner is +1 dexterity. Sharpshooter, my range attacks also ignore 1/2 cover. Wait, oh, damn it. Alright. Before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you're proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. If the attack hits, you add +10 to that attack damage. But no, I didn't use that.
Okay. No, that's all right. I was just checking. So yeah, your first shot would have just barely missed.
Right.
And a lot of this is probably because you're shooting into combat, basically. Like, you're trying not to hit Wilhelm.
Yeah.
You're just being careful.
Yeah. And so that's part of doing that steady, yeah. And so it's totally understandable.
So you
So
still...
with this,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was saying you still have your second attack.
Okay. My second attack.
Also at
Can I-
advantage.
Yeah. And so can I do the musket again because of my level and sharpshooter, or do I need to move to my pistols?
Nope, you can use your bonus action to reload.
Right. Okay. But did I just use a bonus action for steady aim though?
Does it count as a bonus action?
It says, as a bonus action on your turn, you can take careful aim. So I need to use my pistol.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, use your pistol.
I'll use my pistol, and I'll do that at advantage because it's built upon level of playing. Thank you very much.
Definitely. That hits. That hits.
5 piercing damage.
That definitely hits. All right.
All right, standing my ground.
Okay. And that brings us to our little friend here. First off, he's got to dislodge as an action. Dagnabbit. And this is not the best stat for this thing either, ironically. It was not able to pull his claws free from the tree.
Jeez.
In his head.
However, it's taken a minute to get kind of attenuated to what's going on. I'm going to give him a chance to figure out who's doing this to him.
That's fair.
Because he doesn't know right off bat. He doesn't just automatically know, obviously, because that would be terribly not fair.
What did I do for you?
Did I close? I did. God. Here we go. Alright, so, first things first, we're going to do this. Still hasn't figured out it's you.
Nice.
Alright, in that case, you're good this round. Wilhelm, you're up.
The lack of focus in my awareness of things is probably throwing him off.
Yeah, that would make sense. For all you know, this thing has never encountered one of your kind before either.
I was gonna say a minute ago that there's no Oem on this island but me, he's never met us.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say that. I don't know.
It's very unlikely out
I
here.
am cut off.
It's very unlikely he's still out here.
Yeah, this is kind of like... We left the boonies and came here.
Yeah, beyond the boonies.
Hey!
I'm gonna stay there, but
You do not want to stay there.
I'm not happy with you.
I have an idea.
Stay in its face if you want, but like 5 foot.
I know.
Get out of that radius.
Well, they're gonna do something.
Ah?
Well, if I take a 5-foot step and attack, because it's stuck in the tree, can it reach me?
I mean, its range is 5 foot. As long as it's lodged in that tree and can't get out, it's not moving anywhere.
Then I am gonna take a 5-foot step and using I am actually going to attack it.
Okay.
And miss. And then I'm gonna need to reload that.
Alright.
Hey, one step back more.
Let me see here. So can you still... do you have more than one action in a round?
Don't believe so. I don't believe the Benevolence does. That doesn't...
Okay, because I asked because disengage is an action.
That's why I was asking. I wasn't going to disengage.
Okay.
That's why I was asking if he was going to get the attack.
It's still smart to disengage based upon how much... This thing still has another hand. You know. It just can't move.
Well, I stepped down and I didn't disengage, so...
No, you're not disengaging?
No, because disengage would cost me my action.
Are you sure?
Well, you can't.
Yes. I didn't disengage.
Okay, because it's an attack of opportunity is why I'm asking.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
Disadvantaged.
Disadvantaged, of course. $13.
That will hit me.
I did hit. Okay, give me a dex save, please.
And... not a strong suit for me. So I am knocked prone.
Yes. So yeah, as he moves out of the way, fumbling with his arquebus, the thing just lashes out with its free hand and swipes him. A reaction occurs. It's explosive. Just negative energy just ripples through reality. He goes flying backwards. stunned, obviously. You guys can see like just this blackened patch of flesh exposed where the thing scraped him. 39 void damage.
I'm still conscious, though.
Still conscious. Probably hurting like hell, though.
Oh, I'm sure, but still upright. Well, not upright, but still awake.
Still awake. Yes, you are still conscious, and you are out of the 5-foot range. You did still get your move. So, yeah, you're prone, but you're still alive, still conscious, just really hurting. I need to make a roll here real quick. Okay. You did not succumb to the Wraith mark.
Beautiful.
Was kind of hoping, kind of not. I'm about to just use incorporeal movement and get away from this tree, just so you guys know.
I would expect so.
I'm being nice. Alright, so, Saoirse, you're up.
Okay, so Saoirse, upon seeing this, once more freaked out and just wants this thing to stop attacking her friends. So, let's see.
Hello.
I was going to do something, but then I remembered he's actually seeing through listeners' eyes, so not that that even matters.
You would likely not be aware of this.
This is true.
Yeah, I was gonna throw up a red ribbon, but I'd probably have to affect listener.
No, listener's not seeing through his eyes. He's seeing through listener's eyes.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
But red ribbon it affects equilibrium as much as sight. So I would give you the same disadvantage, but a chance.
Alright, let's try it.
Alright, and let's see here. So wisdom save, I believe.
Yes, at advantage.
Oh, yeah, no.
God damn.
Now I roll good. At least I didn't roll that when I was trying to hit Wilhelm.
Yes.
Right.
'Cause that would have been that would have been the end of Wilhelm.
Yeah. So FYI, y'all no rubble for this round.
It's still a good shot, though. Still a good shot. Listener.
I continue to try to keep this thing confused, and I will make 3 more steps.
Okay. Now, listener, I'm going to say, because I encourage this with all the unique classes of Cairne and the unique abilities, this thing sees what you see, or is aware of what you are aware of.
Yes.
Feel free to try and use that creatively.
Oh yes, my goal, though I am very slow, is to break line of sight so that it can see literally nothing.
Okay.
But it's going to take me probably another round. Maybe 2 rounds. I have no ability to close off my senses.
I'm trucking.
Yeah. OM are just not built like that.
Still, it's a good plan. So no, that's good. That'll bring us to Evelyn. Evelyn, not knowing your situation, you guys have communicated before, right, listener? You and Evelyn?
Yes, we have. She knows I'm telepathic.
Okay. She's gonna try and open that line of communication.
It does not work. I am, despite my clever tricks, still a unicast proposition.
Okay.
So Evelyn will hear just like a howling noise.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Because of your previous work with the hive mind,
Yes.
especially you and Genesis in particular.
We have tried some stuff.
You have, and you've worked a lot on this. You guys have put a lot of time, a lot of thought, and a lot of energy into this. Genesis, I'm going to give you a chance to pick up on what she's trying to put out. Since she's an unfocused mind, psychically, she's just putting this out there and hoping listener hears it. I'm going to give you a chance to pick up on it since you are a very powerful psychic.
Listener locked in a wrestling match. Phone starts ringing. Genesis, can you get that?
You're cutting out a lot on my end. I don't know if it's just my bad audio setup or
Me or Church?
Church.
Am I cutting out?
You've been cutting a little bit.
Am I? Here, let me.
So it's not just me. Great. Okay.
Here, let me do this. Let's try that. I just turned off the noise suppression. We'll see how that works.
Alright.
Yeah, Genesis, give me. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to give it to you. Genesis picks up. You are a very powerful psychic. You get this impression that Evelyn is trying to send out a message to listener. You're picking up on it over the hive mind remnants that still remain. She's saying the door is open. The door is open, south side of the dome.
Oh, okay. So listener is occupied, so I can't tell him.
Nope.
What are you trying
Well,
to red hair?
you can still try.
6 we get that ability. Let me see if I can do some stuffs here. Okay. Okay, so the telepathy that I get is more of mind reading. I don't get like to send a message or a word to anyone.
I would say it would go both ways. It's important to keep in mind that telepathy is not. It's not like a verbal conversation. The brain is a chaotic mess of sound and image and sensation. Your ability as a psychic is making sense of it and picking out what you need out of the mess. So yeah, you can send a message with telepathy. If you have telepathy, it makes sense that you'd be able to go both ways.
So I'm assuming we're all supposed to go towards this door, right?
I mean, it's up to you guys.
That would make sense.
And Built Upon Rubble is a percussion song, so
Yes.
there's no way to integrate the sound of a door opening within that. Okay, never mind.
Although Built Upon Rubble is not currently playing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is perfect. Red Ribbon is playing, not Built Upon Rubble. So, okay, I'm gonna try to send the sound of a door creaking open, to Saoirse with telepathy. What do I need to roll for that?
Unless she decides to fight you, it's a given.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
she
it.
knew it was coming from Genesis. She would not fight it at all.
I'm gonna do it like you know the old timey videos where they talk about like, okay, this is our setup. This is what we use to make all of our sound effects, and they've got like a board and a wire and a spring and a hinge, and it's just like, what is this? And then they just tap it and it makes all these noises like, boing, bing, bing, you know, and it does all the
Foley.
stuff. And then you're like, oh, that's where that sound comes from. And then they just grab like a bare sheet of metal and then they shake it and it goes. That's how you do the thunder sound effects. Ta-da! I want to do that, but mentally, like literally just send Saoirse the sound of like a rising scale on a string, just to imitate the sound of a door going, "Ee," you know.
Okay. So you send the sound of a door opening to her.
The player in question right now is the most like non-musically inclined person ever, trying to use music to communicate to a completely musical character.
Are-
Let's watch.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Imply a direction. So far, all you've sent is the sound of a door opening and a couple
Oh.
musical tones. She has
Can
no
I do more
idea.
than one thing, like.
Yeah, it's mental communication. It's very quick, and you have 6 seconds.
Okay, door opening right where, oh my goodness, the name.
You can send the image of the location, literally. It's telepathy. You're not bound by words.
Image of the location, sound of the door opening,
Perfect.
like impending doom as an emotion, like dum 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 dum. Let's go, let's go. Like the rapid footsteps and like panicked breathing and really okay.
So no, that's perfect. That's perfect. That'll definitely get the point across. In fact, if you both look over that direction, even though it is still a little gloomy being where you are, you can actually see like the panel that has slid open on the side of the dome.
All right.
And that's my action. So my movement would probably be like me moving towards the Wraith, which is not ideal.
You can move towards him. You can go give him a hug if you want. It's fine.
I'd probably just move like this. Like I'm planning to do like a big arc around him. You know, where you just don't quite get close enough to be scrapped by the guy that can't move currently. That's my turn.
Not for much longer.
That's all good. All right, Uki, you're up.
Uki is still hyper focused on that void wraith. And so with that, I am going to once again, you said Red Ribbons is playing, not built upon rubber. Rubber.
Ribbon did not
Yes.
hit.
It's correct.
Yes.
So I'm going to fire scope musket, using steady aim.
Okay. Tag.
All right. So I use steady aim, which means that the weapon deals additional damage to target equal to plus half my fire level. So that should be 10 piercing damage.
Mhm.
That's my bonus action that I used for steady aim. So that means I get to fire 1 pistol.
Go ahead.
15 does not hit, right?
15 does not hit. It's close.
All right.
All your misses are actually really close. Like you're peppering the area around them. And
Yeah, so I'm thinking 17 is where I need to be, but yeah.
considering these are flintlocks, that's actually really good accuracy.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's pretty determined at this moment. So she's gonna sit there and hold her ground, check her weapons, make sure everything's, especially if the Void Wraith is staying where it is and not moving towards her, she's gonna just keep grinding upon this.
All right. So, so first, I'm going to deal with his confusion first. It's his turn, unless you got anything else. Uki. Is there anything
I'm
else?
sorry. So, no, just standing my ground behind the tree. You said you're going to use confusion, but was there something
Oh
that I
no,
need?
no. This is because of what listener's doing to the Void Wraith.
Yeah, he gonna be upset.
Let's see if he can figure it out.
Okay, got it.
Nope. Nope, he has not figured it out yet. So seeing what it's already done to Wilhelm, it doesn't look at Wilhelm as a threat anymore. I'm going to say that. I could basically go try to coup de grace him, but that's just mean. And Wilhelm's already... He probably thinks Wilhelm's just about dead anyway.
Yeah, it can tell it's under active attack.
Yeah. However, Uki, you have been hurting it. So, yeah. It's gonna go just about the maximum of its movement.
But wait a minute, can it even see where Uki is?
Yeah, because listeners aware of where Uki is.
My awareness simply extends.
But it wouldn't be. So Red Ribbon would not obscure its vision.
Red Ribbon did not land.
It didn't land.
Oh, got it. Okay, got it. All right.
It used its entire move though, so it doesn't have a chance to attack. It went incorporeal, or dislodged from the tree and moved.
Do I? This is not something I've asked before, but do I get an attack of opportunity because of where it is in proximity to me?
No, not when it moves into melee. Only if it moves out of melee.
Got
What
it.
you do get is disadvantage on all your attacks because he's too close for ranged.
Actually, I don't think she gets that because of some of her feats.
Oh damn, she's strong.
Yeah, Uki's a terrifying badass. Wilhelm, you are still alive, my friend. What are you doing? You're muted.
I am going to stand up
Okay.
and then
Keep in mind that does take up a portion of your movement.
I believe half.
Correct.
What does it cost to reload the arquebus?
For you around,
Okay.
that would be an action.
Right. So
Would you like to give me a perception check to see if you notice the open door?
sure, I'll do that before I start moving away.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Not that I'm moving towards the creature at the moment. Perception. Off. Turn off the advantage.
Given the state you're in, you're probably not going to have one. No. It's a DC 12.
That's fine.
We do have a reroll available if anyone wants to use it. Your call.
I am going to get to around here and reload the arquebus.
Okay.
I am not going directly at it, but I am reloading.
Wilhelm's
That is
still
my
in the
turn.
fight. Alright. Saoirse, you're up.
Alright, so Saoirse, now knowing that that thing is open, she is going to take the dash action and run to right here.
Okay. Alright. That'll work. Alright. Listener, you're up.
The situation is changing rapidly, so it has moved over there. Did I see it? You said it went incorporeal.
Yes, you are still aware of where it is.
Okay, so in this case, what I want to do is no longer eclipse Wilhelm, but to eclipse Uki, which I think I can actually do with 3 steps. So I think I can get here and then block line of sight to Uki.
With the tree?
Yes.
I will allow it.
Yes, I cannot see through trees.
But you are a tree. No, I'm just kidding.
I am the only tree around here that can be seen through.
This is true. Very true. It's a rare thing. Alright.
So yes, that consumes my turn. I continue to maintain concentration upon this link.
Alright. Brings us back to Evelette, who will finally drop invisibility. right.
just got this flashlight.
Let's see what we got here.
I'm gonna do it backwards so I'll do it.
Do.
Oh yeah, this way. Oh man, I can't go back there.
All right. So she casts a spell on herself. And did I just did. I've got to quit doing that. I keep closing the character sheet. I'm too used to closing things. And then she sets Root down.
I'm not sure.
She's gonna make a full move.
Yeah, Reggie, you kicked me in.
To here, okay.
You're strong. What's strong? Because you kicked me in.
All right. You see her just completely wrap herself in shadows and just take off full tilt running towards the danger after setting Root down.
Are you sure?
As she's running, she's shouting, "Get to the door, South End, get to the door." All right, Genesis,
Reggie.
you are up. Genesis, Master Miss.
I'm trying to run
Oh.
to the. I'm trying to run to the door, but I'm not sure I measured this out correctly. This was. I think this is my 60 feet dash action, and that's it for me.
Oh, okay. To get there, okay. Yeah, no worries.
I'm just moving on a diagonal because it's an over and up movement. So
Oh yeah. The measuring tool works pretty accurate.
that's what I used. I just didn't quite remember which grid I was on. I think that's the one because it was pointing down to it, but
Close enough.
I'll plan to dash again, so it'll even itself out. I think.
Uki, this thing is right up on you, and it's a lot more terrifying up close and personal. This is the most terrifying thing you've ever come into contact with. It's huge. Its eyes are just this baleful glow of hate and malice.
Well, too bad, so sad. Because of the proximity, I assume I can't use my pistol, right? I need to use my spear.
You can use your pistols.
Okay. But I can basically take 3 hits, right?
Like 3 attacks?
3 attacks.
If you second wind, do you still have a second wind?
Yes, I haven't used my second one today.
Okay, in that case, if you have second wind, yeah, you could go pow pow pow.
Pow. And I'm normal, no advantage at this time. So there's pistol number 1.
Hit.
Okay, 10 damage. Pistol number 2
Hit.
for 9 damage. And
Where are we?
take my
What?
spear and ram it, try to push it back, and I missed.
Come on.
That one did miss. So Pam tried to stab it. The stab it didn't miss, it went through. It's still kind of hazy as far as its physical form.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That was 19, basically 19 of piercing damage that should have been there. So okay. All right.
Here he is.
And I'm going to go ahead and the question is, that was 3 attacks. Can I move back at all? Or will that incite an attack of opportunity?
it will get an attack of opportunity if you move.
I am standing my ground, resistant to this threat.
All right. It's its turn next. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it can't see Uki at all.
Cannot. So this would be basically the same as a blind strike. Blindness already imposes disadvantage. So we'll do blind and -4. Sound fair?
Sounds good.
You're the boss.
Alright, so first things first, it's going to try and figure out who's doing this.
As it should, and I think it knows.
It did.
Here he is.
It did.
No, no,
We have to kill him.
So,
And
now listener,
Listen.
here's where this is going to get interesting.
Yeah.
Your awareness is not eyes. It's
Nope.
just basically a presence. It's not a full 360, though, right?
No, I think we've always played it as if it was focused. I don't have resistance to being surprised or anything, you know?
Yeah. So, which way are you facing?
As I have been intentionally trying to subvert its gaze this whole time, I'm going to be looking off this way,
That way? Okay.
at the wall of the dome, basically.
Until
Alright. Okay. So, I was going to try and use its eyes in the dark ability if you were facing anyone.
That dome, I think you've told us it's very featureless.
It is quite featureless. Man. Alright, so, here we go. Uki, what's your armor class?
My armor class, hopefully I have this set correctly. It's 14.
14, okay.
Sounds low, honestly.
Yeah, I think it is low. I have a feeling it's
Well, you're not.
something I don't think I've changed it since I've started.
Yeah, she hasn't changed her armor either, though.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still in whatever your starting armor was.
Yeah, we haven't really had any place where. Well, actually, but I have the brigandine armor, but I think that still is what keeps me at 14.
Yeah.
We haven't had it. We really haven't come across any armor, any place where I could buy or change or anything.
That's true.
In the last year, for 6 months in the field.
we have new.
So,
Yes.
luckily for you, it missed.
We have a new.
It's swiping at you blindly, just kind of in a rage.
Mhm.
But it missed. And you
Good.
can see it would have, if it had hit you, would have been
It would have been,
46
Yeah.
points of damage.
yeah.
But yeah, it missed. Wilhelm, you're up.
Keep in mind. Oh, never mind.
New challenge. What's the new?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Actually, Uki, I'm sorry. One thing real quick. You're within its aura. I keep forgetting. Three points of void damage just from being that close to it.
So, we have a new
Okay.
challenge of the doctor arrived.
But yeah, then we're off to
And
Wilhelm.
now, all these families.
All right. So 5,
Oh,
10,
please.
15.
Friendly reminder that everyone heard Evelyn yell, "Get into the dome, it's open."
This is true.
No more
You've met Wilhelm.
superheroes. Get out of here. Come on.
I am not leaving until I can get everyone at least moving towards the door.
Yeah. She put in the trash can.
Keep in mind, you're pretty hurt.
Oh.
I am. It's why I'm not getting directly in its face this time. I am getting close enough, and then I am going to shoot the arquebus.
Alright. Roll
But
the
I
hit.
wanted- I am
Where's the new?
within normal range of it.
Alright, have you moved? Okay, yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I
And now she has
was paying attention.
Which I'm gonna say, I'm done.
but still missing.
Just a little shy.
No. No.
Just a little shy.
All right, I am. That will end my turn, as I'm not getting closer, and hopefully everyone gets the hell out.
All right.
Did we have a reroll that has not been used yet, or did get used?
We do still have a reroll.
Yeah, it's just sitting there.
What's the damage on the arquebus?
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
not enough for that, but it's pretty good.
It's give me 1 second. I have it written down.
It's not
It
30.
is 2d8 plus 12.
Shit, I take it back. It could be about 30.
Yeah,
I would say I'd be fine with you using the reroll. I mean,
you're welcome.
YOLO.
You might need it to save your life sometime soon.
Well, that's true too.
You may have noted it did 46 damage. That last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that I should use it to shoot.
It was a good attempt. Saoirse, you're up, though. Saoirse, you're up.
All right, so Saoirse is going to take the dash action again, which will get me to the front of the door, and then I'll still have like 10 feet left. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move over there, pick up Root, and head inside.
All right. That'll get you just inside the door there. All right, so you're inside. Listener, you're up.
Yeah. All right.
You get the sensation that this thing knows you're the one doing it.
You tell me, Church. I'll make a perception roll if necessary. Did I pick up on Evelette running and doing this?
Yeah, you're aware.
Shout.
You're aware.
Okay. So, I take one step even closer to the dome. The dome fills my awareness. And then I'll step to the side.
Okay. That'll work.
All is dome.
All is dome.
You're so mean.
Okay, so
Dad, you're so
that
mean.
brings us to Evelette. Evelette, where is it?
The screen. Yay.
It's so hard for me doing this. Evelette. Evelette is going to void step. Poof.
Ooh, fancy.
She's going to try and get between Uki and this creature. So technically she's like right here in between you. Uki. She leans over her shoulder at you and says, "Run." You can see her whole body is just covered in writhing shadows. You can feel like the energy coming off of her. She's got something going on. But that will be her action. Genesis, you're up.
Okay. Okay, how many? Oh, that's not even. This is great. Okay.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
If I go here. Well, let's just be fair and say here, and then
Oh, little baby.
is this inside the dome or outside it?
Inside.
Okay.
This is the door. The square there is the door.
So if I step through the door, will I be on top of Saoirse's space, or
You can move through a friendly space. It's fine.
okay?
Okay.
That's gonna be my
Oh.
movement,
Oh,
and
okay.
my action will be
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Looking around and observing the place,
Okay.
and then trying to communicate that
Oh,
to
okay.
listener if he's available.
Okay. So you
Mine
move.
is still tied up, I'm afraid.
Okay, never mind then.
It is, but you are inside, and I'll describe what you guys see inside in just a moment. Right now it's dark. Your eyes are adjusting, which will bring us to Uki.
Alrighty then. Well, so so what are the effects of having how do you pronounce Violet next to me?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Sorry, transposing numbers. So is this essentially providing a distraction to the Void Wraith time?
You get the sense that that's what she's trying to do.
All right. Okay.
She's trying to get you away.
Oh.
Meaning that if I were to attempt to move away, I'm still possibly going to have an attack of opportunity that will occur upon me, right?
You can take an action and disengage, and then take your second action to actually do a dash and run twice your normal movement speed, if you want to do that.
She has that?
She
She
has,
burns second wind.
well, no, she has 2 actions per round, 2 attacks.
No, that's that only works for the attack actions.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the rogue thing.
Yeah, you're thinking of the rogue,
Cunning-
where you can
cunning action or
disengage as
whatever.
bonus.
Okay. Yeah, you can still disengage as an action and move, though.
So how is this Wraith kind of looking at this point? I mean, is it essentially still going pretty hard, pretty strong?
It doesn't even look like it's been scratched.
He beefy.
He's visible. So, okay. So I'm thinking about a Knight's Tale at the very end. At this moment, it's like I've been made, I've been matched. I am not succeeding. It's time to just go ahead and disengage and roll it. Everyone else is high-telling it. I can hear everyone else. And it is the idea of, there's always another time. There are other things to do when I'm going to disengage and move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving towards the dome entrance, right?
That works. That definitely works.
All right. Thank you so much for that distraction. How's that? Good right there?
Perfect.
Yeah. Disengaging.
Which brings us to the Void Wraith, which will take a blind swipe at Evelet. All right. And miss.
Nice.
All right. It rages again. You still staring at the dome there?
Oh yeah. An endless expanse of white.
All right. All right, so that will still pulse. However, I don't even need to roll. I should roll anyway, but yeah. Evelyn absorbs the damage.
Yeah.
All right, Wilhelm, you're up. Struggling as you
Alrighty.
are. What you got?
I am going to move over to listener, and I'm going to try to from this point forward, move listener around the dome.
You should make him look at you. Make sure.
I am large enough that would be a struggle.
Make sure you got his attention. You know, it's important.
Yes, I am going to try to. Well, let's see if I know where I'm going. I'd like to think that I've seen enough people
Well,
go running by.
She said south end of the dome.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna try to maneuver awkwardly listener around the dome.
You gonna try and push him along? I'll let you add an extra 5 feet of movement. 10 if you make a DC 12 strength save.
I am gonna try to make that strength save.
I'll take the 5. If you fail it, I might fall over, and then the whole thing goes to hell.
It'd be hilarious.
And you're looking at the ground. I got this. I feel. If I fail it, then this becomes hilarity.
We have a reroll.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go ahead. There you go. So yeah, 10 feet.
Partly lifts plant man. All right, I'll move my token. Here we go.
He's literally just pushing you along. There you go.
Oh, quiet.
Oh, thank you.
I gotcha. All right.
I'd like to think that I'm like just arms underneath, his face directly at the dome, backwards, like dragging him.
Saoirse, you are inside the dome.
Okay. Well. Based on my aura, the people who need built upon rubble can't hear it, so,
Well, I will say the first thing you notice, it is utterly silent inside. Not a single noise from the outside is getting in. It is also pitch black, except for one shining ray of light in the room. Right there, where the circle is. Jeez, I'm putting little circles everywhere, aren't I? And it is shining down on a raised dais with something encased in glass underneath it.
she is going to start making her way there.
Well, hang on real quick. Do you see all these shapes?
Yeah.
Okay, those are actually on the inside. This is for my benefit. Every one of these is a stone, like monolith in the ground.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, they get pretty tight. This is actually sitting on about a 30-foot tall dais.
Okay, well, in that case, I think Saoirse is just going to wait until everyone's outside, and probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to move her over to the side, so people have more room to get in, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. That works. Listener, you're up.
The dance continues. 15 feet. Movement speed.
All right. Which brings us to Evelyn. Evelyn. Oh boy. So, she doesn't have any more void steps. Only one. So she will She's not even going to bother disengaging. She's going to run.
Now very dirty.
See, get her right there. To there. We'll give him his disadvantaged attack of opportunity.
Now, clean yourself.
Which will miss. You can just hear her cackling as she runs. Ah!
Hello, you like some ice cream? No.
Alright. Genesis, you're up.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna move further in. I guess right here and try to figure out what's going on.
Alright.
I guess we proceed with like going around. Are the spaces in between the stones like pathways?
They're passable, but they're tight.
Okay.
Like if you were to turn sideways, you could squeeze through between them.
I just mean like right here where I'm at.
Yeah, like the space is pretty accurate on there.
Whoa.
You think each square is about 5 feet.
Okay, so I'll hang here, I think, with an eye towards
What is she doing
this
here?
pathway, either this way or around like this that I would need to go.
Okay.
Try to navigate my way towards the inside of this.
Alright.
But I need to make sure I keep an eye towards Saoirse to see what we're doing. Right.
That works.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Just getting a layout of the place. I don't know if I can use remote viewing for this, can I?
Remote viewing. Do you have it where you can post it? If not, I can pull it up real quick.
That doesn't apply to this. I'd probably use like retrocognition or something.
That's to look at the past. Yeah, it's a location you have been prior to, so remove
Yeah, to
viewing.
look upon it from anywhere else in the world. So I would try to use that to get like an aerial view.
You mean with a remote viewing? Or a retrocog? No, remote viewing is a place you've been before. So basically, like if you wanted to look in on the tavern where you guys all met halfway across the world, you could do that.
So not from a different angle, from a different location. Okay.
Correct. Retrocognition is, yeah, like looking into the recent past of a place.
It says a full 360-degree field of view from the mentalist location. Like, so that doesn't apply to this then, because that would need to be another location, not the same spot.
Retrocognition, yeah, it would apply to this, but it's only within a limited amount of recent past.
Okay, so I can just start making some recent past, then look around and figure it out.
Yeah, I will say if you use retrocognition, nothing has happened here recently. There's not been an ounce of movement.
Yeah, it probably doesn't mean that your field of awareness suddenly becomes 360 to vision range in every direction, but that the past is visible 360.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean I can start like moving around.
That's
over
fine.
Here and just kind of investigate the place and do some stuff.
That's fine. No, that's all good. So you're poking around.
Right.
No, that's fine. All right. Uki, what are you doing?
I'm going to continue to head towards the dome.
All right, go ahead. You can go full tilt right now if you want. Do a dash.
Yeah, yes. Oh, let's see. So that would be a good 70. That would be 70 feet. So basically,
You could
I
get.
can move. I can get to. Whoops. Let me get my. I could get to right here. Is that where the entrance is?
Yep.
Okay. That's 70 feet for me.
All right. So Iki hauls.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to the Void Wraith, who, seeing the dome, is gonna go to there and start. He's gonna put like one hand on the side of the dome. You hear its claws scraping against the surface as it begins to move towards you.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Still blinded, but still pissed as hell.
Reduced to this. 120-foot move speed. Reduced to this.
So here's the question.
The indignity.
Actually, I don't even need that question. It knows where you're at, more or less. It's headed towards you. It can sense your fear. The fear of the people involved.
Oh, yeah.
But not enough to get a precise target, obviously. So, Wilhelm, you're up.
I am going to move up to listener and then again try to move listener.
Push him along.
Yeah,
Alright, yeah, go ahead.
and I'm going to try the strength check again
Alright.
because I really want to get him in that dome.
Oh.
Dome.
Now, a crit
I
fail could
will-
be catastrophic.
I would like to use that reroll.
Go ahead.
Failing to move a listener, that's fine. A
Yeah.
crit fail.
So yeah, you get another 5 feet out of him.
Shoop.
Yeah, there you go.
There.
Alright. Saoirse, anything for you?
No, nothing for me right now.
Alright. Listener?
Well, I have my regular movement.
That was a close one.
Alright.
So my regular movement consumed. Still staring dead ahead into the dome here. But
Squishing.
that door is closed.
Yeah, you are right there, finally. After all this time.
She was squishing either.
So, that brings us to Evelyn. I gotta get her sheet here. Alright, so. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? Evelyn's just gonna haul. Let's play it safe. Alright, yeah, so she'll get right up there next to you, listener.
Very nice.
Alright. Genesis, you doing anything particular? Or just kind of poking around until everyone gets inside?
Not really. Just maybe asking Saoirse if she wants to try to press forward into the dome more to investigate more, or if we're gonna hang here until everyone else catches up with us, or what the plan is.
Saoirse is staring dead at the entrance, and she's going to reply, I think we should wait on to everyone else. I want to make sure that everyone gets in safe.
Alright, then I will spend my turn moving around, walking around, looking at the pathing of the stones, doing this, here, oh, what's this way? Wow, okay, alright.
Just
Yeah, I'm
poking
gonna go-
around.
Yeah, just within earshot, just trying to stay close, not going too far, just getting enough of a
That's fine.
kind of a familiarity with the stone, with like how sound is echoing in this place,
No, it's
how
fine.
it works.
It's very quiet.
Nice.
Okay. You just want to move in, or? You got anything in mind?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and move on in.
Okay. Uki-san. That brings us around to here. Alright, so what's the best way to do this? This thing has enough of a range of motion it could get around. Alright, Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Listener and Evelette. Give me wisdom saves.
Okay.
Okay. Evelette is the most afraid, so it beelines for her. Just kind of feeling its way along the dome. It sees you staring at the dome, so it's following the dome around and using its ability to sense fear to track. So it's going to take a blind swipe at her.
Come on. Come on. Ooh, that hurts.
-4.
Oh, that's true.
Which 14, armor class 12, still tagged.
Doesn't it get more armor class from being wreathed in shadows?
It's a soak,
Ah, gotcha.
but hang on, let me pull it up here. It is absorbed to the caster's intelligence times 10. So yeah, she just soaked that. She just soaked that, all of it.
What?
She
That how
soaked.
that? Damn. Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't increase her armor class. It just increases the soak.
that's a lot of soak.
Mm-hmm. But considering this is doing 40 at a chunk,
Yeah.
and an additional 2, so 42. Okay.
Alright. I think you said she absorbed that in the last thing. The void energy she just didn't take.
She did. She soaked that.
Oh, that was part of the soak. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why she cast that spell before she ran up there. All right, Wilhelm.
I am going to move 5, 10, 15. I will move around to here, taking a circular route away from that creature.
I was going to ask.
She's not very happy.
All right.
And I am gonna wait for the others to get through the door.
You're not going to push him?
It's fine. I can make it.
Yeah.
All right. Saoirse.
Continuing to wait for the others. She's not doing anything until she sees everyone come through.
All right. Listener.
Right. Shoop. 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 Can I fall flat on the ground and just look down?
Yes, you can.
I would love to do this.
Okay. That works.
You're not gonna let it see the inside? It may never have seen it before.
It would honestly have gotten a glimpse as I came through the door. I didn't crawl through it, so I'm only hoping that it's not allowed in here.
Hoping beyond hope. Evelette is actually going to verbally antagonize the creature, and otherwise hold her ground. Once Wilhelm is in, she will hold her action and move at that point.
Damn it. This is turning into, you go first. No, you go first.
She can take another hit. You can't.
Oh, okay.
Most of your blood is on the ground.
You're blasted pretty hard. Genesis, are you doing anything in particular?
Where's my key? I'm only allowed to do is that my name?
Well, now that we've got a few more people in, I'm gonna look at listener and be like, I'm gonna look around a little more.
Look back now.
Listener stares intently into the dirt.
Why? Am I missing something? What?
Did I just hear something?
When he came through the door, he immediately laid out on the ground, face down as far as, listener has a face, and he is staying there.
Okay.
Straight down.
Take a second to figure out if I'm missing a different tracking method that would be more conducive to our success, considering the fact that the Galduina rode in on large carriers. Maybe there is some sort of tremor sense that could be useful here instead. Well, I don't have that, so I should probably just use my eyes.
Continue to poke around.
So I'm gonna try to continue to just stay close enough to see people, but
Okay.
kind of just go this way and figure out what's over here and look around.
All right. Hard to say because it's still pitch black, but you're still kind of poking around.
Essentially, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just looking,
It's all good.
trying to create something that I could use to use my abilities to make a better plan. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right. In that case, Uki, you doing anything?
Oh, seems like a good idea. I'm going to just kind
Never
of
look.
step
It's Ninja Row.
it with a
Harper.
using careful eyes upon the door, knowing that the Voidwalker could attempt to follow us in.
Whoa.
Okay.
So,
You could use this time to reload all your guns.
yeah, I will reload all of my weapons.
There you go.
Oh, good. I'm playing
Good call.
this game.
Which brings us
Are you playing Warcraft?
to the Voidwalker.
Dig straight down. Made a tunnel.
Void Wraith, excuse me. Not
Wait,
Walker.
how'd you get down there?
Excuse me.
If only.
Here we go.
Look, Harper.
Another blind strike.
Where can I know? That's me. That's the
And another strike.
That's
Almost.
your name.
-4.
And this is Tom.
Sneak it in
Almost.
there.
That was close. That one narrowly got her. She's still sitting there antagonizing the thing, verbally calling it names, your mama jokes, whole 9 yards.
I know. Can I have my tablet
Wilhelm.
back? Can I have my tablet?
I am going to move
What just
to the
happened?
outside of the door
I want your tablet.
and then wait.
I want your tablet. This is
Just come through the door, bro.
So you keep it.
You get the impression Evelette's running interference for you.
No, it's not. This is
You can just stand inside, but have your head out the door.
Well, you give it to
I'm
me.
trying to bring up the rear.
You just give it to me. I just give it to Cher.
Tell you what, I will stand in the actual
Do
doorway.
you want to see
Alright.
my tablet?
And that was why she held her move. She will not even bother disengaging. She's gonna bolt and push you inside, Wilhelm, if you let her.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop her.
Alright. and she will trigger the mechanism to shut the door. However, this will still get the opportunity strike against her. And miss. The door slides up out of the floor and into place, sealing you inside the dome. Key on the outside.
Not ideal, but better.
There are 2 keys.
The other one was not for this dome.
Yes. And I remember I did say she left the key in the door.
Oh yeah.
It was actually trapped in there, though. She turned and locked the key in place, and the thing slid in and down. So, you can hear the thing
Oh.
outside raking its claws against the entrance. But even though you know it can move incorporeally, it is not coming through the dome. You can hear it screaming and raging out there, though, which is it's disturbing.
That
You're inside.
will just have to do.
So, would you guys like to take a quick break before we go any further?
Yes.
It's a lovely idea.
Good. In that case, we'll be right back after this word from our imaginary sponsors.
It's my blanket.
Please stay tuned.
You have to give
I'll
me
be back in a moment.
I have returned. Here we are. All right. So as I said, you can hear the thing screaming and clawing, barely audible on the other side of the door. As I said, sound is pretty much just closed out. With the exclusion of Evelyn, none of you have dark vision, I believe.
Well, Saoirse, first of all, is going to walk over and hand Root back to Evelyn.
Okay. She will happily take that load off of you.
Yeah. I don't think she'd want her baby back. And then Saoirse is going to play a little something for herself.
Okay. Traversing the darkness. Ah. Very nice. Very nice.
I have enhanced vision, so it's not exactly dark vision.
Okay. Okay, so you... Here, let me clear this for a second. We don't need initiative turn order right now. We can actually kind of move him out of your way. So, as your eyes grow accustomed to the very faint amount of light stemming from what's illuminating here in the center of the room, and those of you who can see, of course, one way or another, and if any of you pull out your stones,
Actually, you know what? I think Saoirse will use her stone instead of using a song, because that burns her energy.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
gave mine to Evelyn for Root.
Which is fine. She'll pull it out so everyone can see. The internal structure of the dome is a flat marble surface. It's not cut marble, it's not tiled marble. It seems to be one large piece of marble, as far as you can tell. As I said earlier, the shapes that you see there are monoliths of stone. The types of stone vary. They all have script just covering them. It appears to be some type of elven script, which I don't think any of you actually read, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah.
Okay. It is an elven script covering all of the monoliths. In the dark, after your eyes adjust, you can see that all of the script actually has a very faint opalescence to it. It's almost like it glows a very soft but still kind of bright colored green. At the very center of the room is a large raised dais. It stands about 30 feet tall, and enclosed in glass at the top of the dais you can see some type of device or instrument that is illuminated by a shaft of light magically emanating from above at the top center point of the dome. There is not a single speck of dust in this room.
Impressive. I pick myself up off the ground. I ping Genesis. I'm sorry for ignoring you. I was a little bit tied up with the monster.
Well, yeah, that thing that I didn't fight. Lovely. Yeah. That was pretty awful. Yikes.
It was truly horrible. Yes.
Yeah, after... Go ahead.
I move so that and lean up against the edge of the dome and begin to clean and treat my injury.
As many wounds.
Actually, no, it's like one. That's
One.
it.
I will say that the one wound you did suffer, the flesh around the entry point has suffered some mild degree of necrosis. It's nothing that's causing any extra damage, nothing that'll need any complex medical procedure to deal with. However, you are going to have an extremely nasty scar there for the rest of your life.
While I treat myself, I'm actually going to burn one of my tinctures in the misting hand to breathe the cloud in while I'm treating myself.
Okay. That will work.
Anybody who else wants to join in, it's going to heal you.
I think Sears is good on healing, but after like a moment as she begins to get her bearings and like her mind, like she's able to wrap her head around everything that just happened, she kind of says out loud, "We weren't able to go back and save Kaz and Van Warren, were we?" And anyone who can see her, you can see that tears are beginning to well up in her eyes.
No. Stop. Get out.
We failed them.
Stop.
Listeners ambling over to assist you in dressing your wounds. That's probably a bit hard to do on yourself.
More than likely, though. This is probably not the first time Wilhelm has had to treat himself.
I imagine Evelette will do her best to comfort Saoirse.
Yeah, she's just kind of going to be weeping for a minute.
Suki, probably take a little bit of the healing. Because for her, it's an awkward moment, a distraction. Because she too is sort of trying to process through. Well, I'll say process the she's been in warfare enough to really her intuition is such that she feels she's lost her comrade, Kaz, and but she's gonna be distracted by moving over to get healed up there.
Oh my
Evelette will mention that
God.
maybe that story is not
Where
over
did
yet.
candles come
We still don't know how this ends.
Not feeling very optimistic in the moment, but she is not.
Candles.
That's understandable.
Robert, is that a candle? No. What?
Uki heals 8.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. So,
What are you doing?
Genesis, I know you've been dying to poke around, so while everyone's healing, are you continuing to do that?
I am, as far as I'm able.
What do you want to do, specifically?
Just, I'm gonna keep going this way. And peek in here. And then make my way back around so that I'm not going too far away. Just so I can get kind of an image or go about what's on that side as best I can without going too far away.
Okay. Are you doing anything particular? Looking for anything in particular?
Just trying to get as good a layout of the place as I can. Not really looking for anything. I know that there's ways to squeeze in to these tight spaces here in between, but I wonder if we're gonna try to take the most direct route towards the center, or are we gonna try to take the most spacious route so the larger of us can get through? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how are we gonna do this?
Okay. Genesis, you have this. You know that feeling like you're being watched?
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yeah. No matter where you go in here, you can't shake that sensation that you're just being watched. You in particular.
Okay. Is someone actually watching me? Like,
You're welcome to try and make a perception check.
oh. Okay.
You don't have to.
Oh, of course I'm gonna try.
Perception checks are always optional.
Hey, 23.
Okay. You don't see anybody.
Ooh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, that's not good. That is not good.
In fact, aside from you guys, there is not anything moving in here. Like I said there earlier, there is not even so much as dust on the floor. Like where you see the shaft of light coming in from the center point on the dais, there aren't even dust motes moving through it.
Wow.
Okay. This is weird. Okay.
I hope the music I've chosen is helping.
Snurp.
Yes, Genesis.
I have a feeling something's watching me, but I don't see it. There are a number of ways that a being could look at you without actually being there. Do you sense the same thing?
Well, I guess two questions to Church. Do I have the feeling of being watched?
No, although you never really do.
That's true. I'm used to being part of the scenery. If that. And then the second question, are there any visible spirits here within the dome?
Not a single one.
Alright. As a follow-up to that, I look very closely at the monolith that is nearest me, say this one here.
Okay. So you're staring the monolith up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you see the kind of opalescent script all over it.
Mm-hmm. I look specifically at the borders of things, the borders of the script and the borders of the monolith. This is how Listener attempts to identify spirits trapped in things now, as it's kind of worked a few times before.
Trying to say if there's something inside.
Yes, is there a sentience? Is there what, Listener's kind of views the world through the lens of his abilities, so he wouldn't think of the rocks being sentient, he'd think of the rocks maybe having a spirit in them.
Okay. You don't see anything breaching that surface like you would normally know.
Okay. back to Genesis. There is no one in here but us, living, dead. Nothing.
Okay, that's unsettling. Um, hmm. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep looking then. Just kind of squeeze through this space and see what's over here.
All right.
Very well.
Uki, as you gather your wits and find your center again, kind of calm from a rather frustrating combat and recent frustrating loss, you finally get to kind of looking around, especially with the light that's out now. These monoliths are not elven made. Based upon your knowledge, as we've discussed with your racial ability,
Mm-hmm.
these monoliths are dwarven constructions.
These are dwarven. Okay.
With elven script on them.
Thinking back to all of the cross-cultural elf-dwarven artifacts we have not been able to interpret up to this point.
Wow. And yeah. And so this is kind of a little reminiscent. Well, what we found when we were in the Ortiz, I might get this right. When Kaz and I went down, and we found that metalwork. That was all Elvish, right? Or
The
you remember that
big-
big, large, heavy metal plate? We couldn't bring it back.
No, remember, that was dwarven, if I remember correctly.
Was
And it
dwarven?
had an image of the elven tree of life, basically. Spirit tree.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But it was a dwarven piece, but it was with the elven tree of life on it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So once again, we've come across these monoliths that are. So it's showing essentially this, I guess, collaboration, commingling
Mm-hmm.
between the dwarves and the elves. Okay. Can I go ahead and do a closer examination on this?
You're welcome to.
Okay. Let me see what I want to. I guess would that probably be. I'm gonna do investigation.
That'll work. Solid. Okay. Well, you cannot read the script, obviously. What you do recognize is a very old concept, one that you would have heard more about from the Foivenian dwarves in the Covart, and that is the concept of a minhir, a speaking stone. Not entirely sure how they work, but according to the stories that you've been told, they were placed to guide
What?
wayward travelers, and if you knew how to work one, they would actually speak out direction or advice or pertinent information. Could just be myth and legend, though. It's hard to say. A lot of that has been lost to time.
Yeah, especially because a big part of this is, as you said, it's dwarven in construct but elvish in language.
Yes.
So the issue is being able to interpret that. No one in our party, listener isn't also Babblefish.
Listener doesn't speak common.
How is this?
Listener can read, and that took effort.
This is true. And at one time, they did have a elf in the party.
There was an elf, yes. Van Warren was the only person who could speak or read Elvish.
And God help you, he probably would misinterpret it on purpose.
Yep.
Probably. He was not the yes. All right. So I will share my observations with the party so that they're informed with a air of frustration in that this is what I can tell you, but this is all I can tell you. I wish I knew more. I wish I could. I feel that this may be of use to us, but if without understanding what the language is, it might as well just be another stone. And Uki falls silent because she is, while she's not often been a person of words, she definitely is not emulating the concern that she has about, was this coming in here the right decision, knowing that members of the party are still unaccounted for, knowing that probably is the worst case scenario for them, but knowing that, in a sense, feeling maybe perhaps a failure for the loss of Kaz and and such. So she's just she's a bit struggling with conveying, trying to, she's definitely quieter than she could be, and because she's feeling this self-doubt in having failing her comrades.
I'm sorry to mean you. She loves me. Yes, she loves me. Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
She loves me better.
This is very fair.
But Uki did say you touched them and found out.
She inspected them.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's given it the poke test yet, technically.
Not yet, no.
They're pretty tight in here, so I guarantee that people have brushed against them or touched them even by accident.
Ah, okay.
I think Saoirse, she still has a heavy heart about her, but I think she is going to walk up and sort of run her hand over some of the inscriptions, because she doesn't know what else to do here.
Okay. So just running your fingers over them.
Yep.
Okay. The stones, as you run your fingers over them, are cool to the touch, smooth, expertly crafted. The script is indented slightly, but as your fingers brush against it, you can actually feel a slight tingle in your fingers as you touch the opalescence.
But she doesn't have any sort of direction or anything of what to do from just interacting with the magic in this tactile way.
No, nothing comes into your mind or anything. No full insight comes out.
I still have that that one magic item from Kaz that he did not want. And he told me the words in Dwarven used to activate it. I believe it was the Augur's Eye.
Was it the Augur's Eye? And that was the... Here, let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I got it. Let's see, this oblong-shaped mottled gray stone is nondescript save for a single line of 5 dwarven runes etched into its surface. It does give off a powerful aura of divination if detect magic is used. The runes roughly translate into the words, back behind, tomorrow's time, foreseen. If these words are spoken aloud while the stone is held, the bearer of the item will fall into a trance state and become aware of the threads of reality all around them. While it is disorienting, a successful intelligence skill check will allow the bearer to discern the answer to 1 question per day. The answer is often cryptic and slightly obscured by the lack of mortal understanding of this reality, but it will always turn out to be accurate in the end.
Yes. Are you going to try and use it?
Yeah, let's try.
All right. Okay. So you speak the words, back behind tomorrow's time foreseen.
In Dwarven.
In Dwarven. In Dwarven.
As Kaz told me.
So go ahead and give me your skill check, if you would, please.
Intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
Rip.
Oh. So what happens is you're flooded. Your mind is flooded with just this barrage of images and sounds and sensations and sights and smells, and it overwhelms you and it just disorients you for a couple minutes. Like you're just kind of sitting there, like eyes fluttering, rolled back in your head, moaning a little bit, until you finally kind of come back out of it.
Saoirse just kind of looks down at the stone in her hands and sighs. Puts it away.
It's a good try. Just dice got you.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, however, everyone but Saoirse, give me a perception roll, please.
I love making perception rolls.
Only if you want to.
I love making perception rolls. See, it's all about that positive attitude.
That is positive.
I had my mic, you didn't hear me go,
All good. Oh, here, we'll do the...
well, listener is listener, so being high,
So, listener,
Yes.
nobody else notices this but you. As she spoke those words, every monolith in the room swiveled slightly towards her, utterly silent. Not a single grinding noise or any type of friction was heard, but they all adjusted slightly in her direction when she spoke those words. For you, it's a little unnerving. Nobody else seems to notice.
Listener looks around, looks at everyone else. Saoirse,
Yes.
I'm uncertain what you said, but the stones are looking at you.
Can I notice this now after listener said that?
It's hard to say. Like, most of the stones are fairly round in shape. It's not like a rectangle type monolith. He noticed the gradual movement.
Well, Saoirse is knowing this information, like, she's just going to try again and say in Dwarven once more, back behind tomorrow's time foreseen.
All right. As you speak, this time you do see them. And it is literally every monolith within your line of sight swivels slightly towards you.
Hmm. So, but nothing else of note really happens besides that, right?
No.
She's going to say it once more.
Okay. The reaction is the same. Of course, everyone can also see this at this point. As you do this, the stone immediately in front of you here, you see a bit of it part.
Hard.
It parts in a slight oval shape, and from it you hear words you do not understand issue forth. It sounds like a question from the inflection.
You cut out at the word in.
Oh, dang it. It sounds like a question, it sounds like a question. It issues forth a question in a language that you don't understand. It looks like it's actively speaking to you.
Well, Saoirse does, even not understanding the question, but like knowing that it is a question, just says, we're here to fulfill the somnambulist prophecy. Where do we go from here?
It issues the same question.
Does anyone else standing around understand the question? I assume not.
Uki, do you speak Dwarven?
Let me check. I would think I would, but I don't know. No. Common, I ever speak.
Okay.
Is that a quick question on that? Is that a proficiency that's like you start out and that's it, or is it something that you can gain?
You can learn languages as you go.
Yeah. Which I, definitely feel like that's something. That is something. I mean, obviously, right now, it's not. Oh yeah, I know Dwarven. I just learned it in the last 5 minutes or something. But I do feel that if there's any language that Uki would have picked up, it would have been Dwarven. She has to know some Dwarven because of the trade, the trade that the settings have done with Dwarven.
Yeah, no, you would recognize it as Dwarven. You would definitely recognize it as Dwarven.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old dialect, but obviously your familiarity isn't enough to where you're fluent.
Right.
It's just you recognize what the language is more than anything.
Which I would say ultimately, when it comes to proficiency, often I would argue that reading, being able to read and listen, those proficiencies are developed well before speaking it, right?
What?
So that reading it is something that is the aspect, I think, of a language that gets picked up before you get to the other two aspects of it when you think about fluencies. At least that's what I know of what I've learned from is as much easier to read and to understand by listening than it is actually speaking the language.
I tell you what, though, I'm going to give Uki a chance, if you'd like.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a chance to pick out words,
All right.
just from being around the language. Give me an intelligence check.
All right. That would be where? Oh, there we go, right there.
Oh.
Ow! No! Oh!
The dialect is throwing you off.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you can tell it's dwarven, but that's about it.
Yeah, Saoirse's just going to look at it and say, or look at the stones and say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand."
All right.
I have a trick up my sleeve.
What's your trick?
The engineer from the Orti, whose spirit I have been hosting all this time.
Oh, I just realized something.
Do tell.
Sorry, this is once again the disadvantage of me handling a character.
Yes. Evelyn speaks Dwarvish.
Evelyn speaks not only Dwarvish, but
Elvish.
Foivenian.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Alright, yeah, go run with that then.
So, I'll just say she's been distracted and kind of, awestruck and, oh wow, magic stuff. She stands up and kind of walks over to Saoirse and leans in and says, "He wants to know what you're seeking."
So she nods her head and says, what's Saoirse going to say? "We seek to get to the Dome of the Shining Eyes to complete the Somnambulist prophecy."
So the stone speaks again, and Evelyn translates. He doesn't know what any of that is.
And let's tell it that we wish to get down to the Dome of the Shining Eyes?
She translates again and comes back and says, "Then you will need a boat."
Yes.
Did you just say a boat? My guy, we had one, but wow. When I tell you that it got wrecked, it got riggedy wrecked.
It's still out there.
Oh, pieces of it, I'm sure.
Perhaps you should ask to get to the center.
She nods at Evelyn.
This whole conversation is so cool.
All right. Evelyn translates once again. As she does, the menhirs open up a path to the center, and the dais itself begins to lower into the ground.
Alright, Saoirse is going to begin walking that way slowly.
Okay. Anybody joining her?
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay.
I will go as well, slowly.
All right.
Me three.
All right. So they open a direct path to the center. And you guys follow that path to the center, at which point the dais itself is lowered enough to where you can see into the glass enclosure. Inside, what you see is astounding.
Mm-hmm.
It is some type of tool or instrument made of 3 crystal globes with fluted horns. Inside each of the globes, you see multicolored, almost sparkling mists shaping and moving inside of them. And there are strings that run along the length of it from the fluted end to each globe, made of what appear to be perhaps catgut of some type.
Catgut! Catgut!
And sitting next to it is a immaculately crafted bow
The first thought.
strung with
was cannibalizing that for the stupid little hair.
It's-
Sorry.
it's strung with golden hair. Yeah. It shines within the enclosure.
I suppose,
Saoirse, make a history check.
okay. Big money, no whammies. Hey, nice.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
Saoirse, your eyes widen slightly as you realize that you've heard of this. This is the Celestial Harmonium, an ancient relic of Shanakai.
Ooh.
From what you know, and that's a good roll, those harmonic crystal globes are filled with mists from the phlogiston.
What?
And that catgut that you're seeing is taken from a fallen solar.
What?
And the bowstring is strung with the hair from the mane of a griffin.
You cut out at the bowstring is
That's
strung from the hair of.
Oh, the mane of a griffin.
Wow.
This is an artifact, a relic of your old world. Your old world.
I mean, Saoirse doesn't know the old world, so it's not her old world, but it is her people's old world.
Exactly, exactly.
So, I think at this point, wait, would Saoirse know what the phlogiston is?
Probably not, to be fair.
Yeah. Had to ask because I, out of character, know why that's such a big fucking deal, but you know.
Yes, this is an artifact.
I think she is going to try and access it.
Okay. The glass enclosure will slide off seamlessly. It weighs a lot less than you'd think. Assuming you set it down gently,
And she does.
you may reach up and take the instrument at your leisure.
She does so.
Okay. You can feel power coursing through it. Just a harmonic resonance. It's almost like the thing vibrates on its own. And you can just not hear but sense a million songs have been played on this by your people.
Wow. So, I may have missed this in the initial description because you were like cutting out just a teeny bit, but I know I heard bow. So, what sort of instrument is this?
It is a bowed stringed instrument.
Okay, is it like what sort of instrument is it like? if there's any real world equivalents.
There isn't really.
Alright,
You thinking about what songs you can play on it?
I'm thinking that she's just going to attempt to play it generally.
Okay. So just a standard, just playing.
Yeah.
What kind of song are you playing?
Probably just one of the old songs, really. Like, if it's in the protected in the center of this room so badly, like maybe it's of some sort of importance to the door is what she's thinking. So yeah, she is going to just begin to play one of the old songs.
Okay. The sound that comes out of this is haunting, beautiful. By the time you finish the song, there's not a dry eye in the house. There's not a dry eye in the house. Listener, this is doing things to you that no music has ever done before. Like you feel like you're experiencing music like a human might.
Oh, fancy. I lack eyes to weep, but I would.
What do I taste?
History, beauty, art, love. It's as if the air around you is dancing with you as she plays.
Oh, this is a welcome respite from the fear and grief that I was feeling a second ago. Ooh, nice. Nice palate cleanser.
All of you have one luck point.
Oh,
Oh, I'm back up to 3.
That's pretty good.
Nothing can stop me now.
You do get the sense that there is a greater purpose to the instrument.
Yep. That Saoirse can kind of guess, and out of character, considering what is inside of it, I have my out of character guesses. But nothing happens like within the dome itself.
No.
No. Is there anything beneath the case in the center?
No. Just solid stone.
She kind of looks around the room and sees that nothing's really happened and just says, well, how are we supposed to head down into the dome from here?
Physically, you're still a good distance away.
Yes. We are, for one thing, above land.
Yeah.
So I will say it looks like you may still need to, and this is just throwing things out there, you may still need to find a way to repair the Orti, or perhaps there is another way off the island that you haven't seen.
Yes, and that is going to be the best time to figure out.
Perhaps sleeping here tonight, safe in the dome, might be the way to go.
This place is calm.
It does seem safe.
Yep.
And I believe I have a question for the stones. But we'll save it for next time. Midnight's arrived.
Sounds fair.
We should do some brainstorming and see if we can't add Evelyn to the mind meld. Constructing, because it would be very helpful for all of us to clearly learn some correlations between Elvin and Torch.
It did pay off that you guys had done that.
I'm so glad that you did that for us. That was a nice moment.
Yeah.
Hive mind, hive mind, hive mind.
Hive mind, hive mind. We're getting there.
Let's go.
Genesis, can you get the phone?
I picked it up.
It worked so well.
All
Does
right.
that luck point stay even if we like long rest? Is it
You have one. No, that luck point is there.
It's just a luck point.
It's
That's
just a
good
luck.
stuff.
Yeah.
nice?
It's basically like a free reroll for each of you, for everyone. But here, we'll go ahead and close out the stream for now. So thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back next week for Sigil Confidential.
Yay! It's a continuation of this whole whodunit murder mystery.
Things are ramping up, so don't want to miss it. Anyway, thank you guys. See ya.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, John boy.
Good night, Mom.